It's the whole concept of coordinator versus, staying just as a director. Now, today is the 23rd. Yeah,
24th.
24th. Today is the 24th. Okay? And people ask all the time. Okay, so there's only 6 days left in the month. Okay, so today is the 24th. I have, here is Angela. Carlos is saying, yeah, I want to start it, right? And so people ask all the time, should I put Carlos in now, or should I wait till the beginning of the month? Because the 2000 is in a calendar month. And if I put Carlos in now, the 500 counts for November, but then what happens in December? He's got to go ahead and start again from scratch. So the question always comes up. My answer is you put him in now. And here's the reason why. Okay, we normally get 2 business days after the end of the month to continue to work. Okay, so technically I've got till December 4th to go ahead and qualify as a director, okay? That's 1. 2, even if I don't qualify director and I do this, 1, 2, okay, it's going to help Angela with volume. Okay, it's going to help Angela with volume, number 1. Number 2, even though December, I'm back at 0, okay, in December, and this one's back at 0, in December, I'm going to help this one do 1, 2, 3, that's 1,500, right? I'm going to help this one do 1, 2, 3, that's 1,500, okay? This one just needs to come up, maybe recruit 1 more, or maybe through their own personal use, right? Because this is their 2nd month, so through their own personal use, just 500 more, 500 more. And this is really what sometimes people don't understand, but this is so key. Because when the month is ending, don't look as the month is over. Say, I've got momentum for the following month, because look, I've just shown you 2 people that were nothing in the month of November. They were nothing, just brand new distributors. And in the month of December, director, okay, this one, do 500 and recruit 1 more at $5.99. How many directors does this one have? 1, 2, plus their own 1,000 outside, they became a coordinator. See? And sometimes you'll even put this one right here. This one doesn't even have to do 500, because maybe this one did another $5.99. So 500, 500, 500, 500. As long as this one does 100, that's a director also. So, and it could be over here. It could be over here. And what happens if this goes director? Well, the ones from here plus there help qualify them. That the 1,000 PGV, the month you develop a director, when we pay attention to this, this drives the compensation. This is what drove us. This is what made us explode. Understanding that you don't stop. If today is the 24th, my goal is not director, my goal is coordinator. Okay? I did it when I was younger, when I was 25 years old. I used to live in Las Vegas. My wife and I got married. You know, we always lived at home. We lived in Redondo Beach. My parents, her parents, they all lived very close by. I said, no, we want independence. Let's move, let's move. And so we moved to Las Vegas. And when I was over there, I used to do a lot of Tony Robbins training. And so I went to a class, and they taught us how to break 1-inch thick plywood with their hands, right? And I've never done martial arts before, never done kung fu, never karate or nothing. And so they put the plywood up like this, and they said, break it. And, you know, my first thing, you know, not knowing what, I punched it. Didn't break, because I did not have the right strategy. Okay, I hit it a couple of times, my hand hurt, but it did not break. Okay, and they said, well, to be successful, what you want to do is you want to find successful people, and you want to learn their strategies, learn their approach. We can teach you how to break 1-inch thick plywood in 5 minutes if you just pay attention to us. One, he said, don't punch it straight. It's not the way you do it. Use your force. Your force is right over here. Okay, when you're punching like this, okay, the force really comes from right here. So he said, don't do like this. Open your hand. You know, direct force. 2, okay, instead of going straight, you know, the most force is boom, you know, like an anvil. You know, kind of like when you see a crane. You know, when a crane is busting something, it goes like this. So open hand and anvil. Okay, 3rd, okay, here's the board. Don't look at the board. Because if you look at the board, you're going to stop at the board. Look at the chest. Look at the chest. And so when you look at the chest, what you're doing, you're looking through it, you're hitting it with force. You know, you're stopping at the chest, but now you just busted through the board. And so as soon as they did, boom, you know, and then I was taking little kids. Part of what we had to do is not only do it ourselves, we had to teach others how to do it. So we would go into the schools and do training for little kids on how to have higher goals, higher standards. And so we would give them that example. And the reason why we would give them the example is because we would teach them they can do something they've never done as long as they had the right strategy. And so it became a big learning. It was good for the kids, but it was a better learning experience for me. And so that's why I tell people, okay, when you're looking at it, find the right strategy. The right strategy is go past it. Don't look at director. I you know, in other teams, I meet people and they say, oh, I have been with the company for 6 months. And I'm like, how you doing? You know, are you executive coordinator? Where are you? They say, well, no, next month, my sponsor said, I'm ready to be a director. I said, what do you mean 6 months? And they said, well, yeah, I've been building my customers, and I have to make certain that if I had 2,000, that I can do 2,000 again next month. I'm like, no, you're wrong. You hit 2,000 immediately. Your next month, you develop 2 directors. You only have to do 1,000. Don't work hard, work smart. And now that you started, another thing that I believe is the speed of the leader determines the rate of the pack. Not the speed of the pack, but the rate. Rate is speed multiplied. Okay? So if I'm leading, I look to go ahead and multiply the speed. So if I'm a leader and I'm saying, well, just do 2,000, make sure you do 2,000, it's wrong. Go out and develop directors. You know, you're looking past the board, you're looking at the chest. Develop directors, because now you only have to do 1,000. Okay? And that's how we blew out all the records. That's how we continue to excel. When people say, oh, how's business? Is it tough? No, business is terrific. It's outstanding, and it's growing because of our mindset. And so, you know, that's a very important piece. Okay, so anyways, directors, the building block.